Hello, my name is Zach Bitibingo, and I will be going over my signature assignment on Ralph Bunch. My contents, it starts with race and ethnicity. Well, I'm doing mine on race and ethnicity. Um, Specifically, people of African descent, which I chose as Ralph Bunch. His experiences with prejudice, how he was the first POC to win the Nobel Peace Prize, how he was a man of sincere optimism, steps that can be taken to fight racism of similar nature, and my conclusion. And we'll finish off with further questions. So, Ralph Bunche was an American political scientist, diplomat, and civil rights advocate who played a foundational role in the early formation of the United Nations. He was born in 1904. He pursued higher education during a period when African Americans were largely excluded from elite academic and professional spaces. In 1950, Bunch became the first African American to receive the Nobel Peace Prize for his mediation efforts in the Arab Israeli conflict. His life provides a strong case study for examining how race, power, and opportunity intersect in professional and political institutions. He encountered multiple diversity and inclusion challenges, including racial bias, prejudice, and stereotyping. During his early career, segregation limited access to faculty positions, funding, and leadership roles for African Americans in general. These barriers reflect systematic racism, where institutional practices disadvantage certain groups regardless of individual merit. Bunch was often underestimated and excluded from decision-making spaces, illustrating how lack of inclusion can restrict professional advancement even for highly qualified individuals. Oh yeah, that was supposed to be slide 6. So, an important an important thing that I learned was while researching Ralph Bunche is that individual success does not eliminate systemic inequality, but it can also expose it. Bunch's achievements highlighted both his personal resilience and the broader inequities that made his success exceptional rather than typical. His story reinforces the importance of structural change, not just individual perseverance in achieving true inclusion. So I want to say this quote here from Koala's article in 2012. Bunch's principal contribution to history lies in his pacifying heated political tempers in the Middle East, the Congo, Greece, and other hotspots around the world. So, what is one important thing that I learned by researching this person's story? An important facet I learned from Ralph Bunche's story was that success of individual does not limit systemic inequality, but it can expose its dark shadow on those it oppresses. It also um, it highlights the achievement of the within the African American community, and it also stresses the importance of structural change. Furthermore, this includes equitable hiring and promotion practices, accountability for discrimination, and intentional efforts to address implicit bias. Um, what steps can be taken to ensure that people do not have similar experiences in the future? To prevent similar experiences, institutions must move beyond symbolic diversity and implement structural inclusion. This is where their roles can lead into leadership roles and can help ensure that underrepresented individuals are not excluded from decision-making roles. To summarize, Ralph Bunche's leading example in his work really sheds a light towards diversity and inclusion. The accomplishments he achieved through diplomacy and peacekeeping demonstrates the importance of inclusive leadership, while also breaking the barriers he faced through an optimistic worldview. Taking his experiences into account will help us learn and better ourselves through our institutions and can further reinforce our stance against social inequality. So questions I have regarding this article include To what extent do modern institutions still reproduce the barriers Bunch faced? How can organizations balance the merit of an individual versus structural balance of their um, community as a whole? What lessons can the leaders of today take away from Bunch's approach of diplomacy and inclusion? And here are my references. Thank you.